Senator Heller.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. And to the ranking member, also thank you for this meeting. And Mr. Wilkie, thank you for taking time, and to your family that's here today with you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you being here and willing to spend time with us. You were in my office yesterday. We had a great conversation. Appreciate that time also. But I think today's a different opportunity. Yesterday it was about you and me. Today it's about the veterans that are behind you, the veteran service organizations that are represented, and also the veterans back in the state of Nevada. And the point, of course, is to prove that you're ready to manage an agency of this size that is, in my opinion, quite a bit of bureaucracy. I told you yesterday we have about 300,000 veterans in the state of Nevada. Good men and women, patriotic, will take the call again, regardless of age, to serve and defend this country. And I'm just pleased that we both have come to the same conclusion that they deserve the best quality care and benefits that our nation has to offer. But saying that, there's a lot to be done. We need VA doctors. It's been mentioned several times. Clearly, it's a national issue. I'm working to get a veterans rural cemetery in one of our rural counties. Our caregiver program in Las Vegas and the VA nursing facility in Reno need improvement, and unfortunately the veteran suicide issues remain quite a challenge in Nevada. Several times, as I mentioned, doctor shortages have been raised, but I think Nevada has really felt the impact, especially in our urban areas like Las Vegas and even in our rural areas like Elko, Gardnerville, and Pahrump. Let me give you an example. In 2016, I was at the ribbon cutting of a VA clinic in Pahrump, and with all the pomp and circumstances. And here we are in 2018, and they still don't have a full-time doctor. So 2016, here we are 2 years later, all the pomp and circumstance for that community. They've been waiting years to get this done, the work by my office, myself, this committee, this Congress, to get that clinic into that town, and they still don't have, 2 years later, they still don't have a full-time doctor. Can I get your commitment to work with me to get a full-time doctor into that clinic by the end of the year?
Absolutely, I will work with you on that.
We have problems in some of our rural areas with access to mental health services for our veterans. Can you share with me how you plan on bringing more doctors or mental health professionals to these rural areas in Nevada?
Yes, sir, and I thank you for the time that you took with me. I think we have to take a deeper look at how we bring doctors into VA. There have been many things that the federal government has tried on in terms of recruiting doctors, and I think VA has to look at those. We have to do a better job of recruiting doctors coming out of the military. I'd like to learn about how we can get commitments from doctors to work to the VA, and this is my opinion. I've not cleared it with anyone. And in exchange for their service with VA, do we go down the road where we take care of their medical school loans in exchange for long-term service with VA? We do need to make an assessment again as to where we need our doctors. And we do need to also, in those underserved areas, look at how we incentivize people to go out there. The blessing that I have is that I've been learning a lot about these things from Carolyn Clancy, who's running VHA now. And I know she's hard at work trying to address rural need in particular.
I'll follow up with you. Time's running out, but one of the things I want to kind of steal from Senator Sullivan and his request, and that is that the Nevada veterans have been in this VA system for decades. They know the ins and outs. They know the do's and don'ts, and frankly, they know how to fight for their care. Can I be allowed to make the same request, that I can get you out to Nevada so that you can spend some time with our veterans in a roundtable to discuss issues that are important to them?
Yes, sir. Be honored to.
And one more question, and this is about Agent Orange. I hear from a lot of Nevada veterans on this particular topic, especially from our Blue Water Navy veterans. As you know, the VA doesn't provide these Blue Water veterans the disability benefits that they deserve after being exposed and experiencing these harmful effects. And I think we can agree that this isn't right. How do you plan on helping the Blue Water veterans as well as the veterans exposed to Agent Orange?
Well, I'll speak to Agent Orange first. I'm from the generation who saw the effects of that on those who've come back from Vietnam. So that is an experience from adolescence that remains with me. On the Blue Water issue, the House has spoken, and it is my understanding that the issue will be taken up by the Senate, and I stand ready to answer any questions or go down any avenue that this committee wants in terms of how we address Blue Water.
Mr. Wilkie, thank you, and to the chairman, thank you for the time.
Thank you, Senator Heller.